Benny Cutie's KDA.
It's insane.
13.20.
Depends on what wavelength you are, but you can actually win this one if you power tap correctly when the base is about to end. But be sure that you're a subscriber, but it could be forfeited.
Yeah.
Depends.
Good luck, everybody. Whoa.
Subscribe, y'all.
Let's have a look back on the patch notes. 1.8.78. So much difference right now, Renmar.
Yeah, we'll just have to mention real quick here, Claude is not part of the heroes affected by this patch. Was shown earlier, but yes, just to make sure everything is all settled, Claude not part of the patch changes.
You know, with some of the changes that have gone here now, the first series, I feel like it's a little too early to say. You know, we saw some difference, of course, for the jungles. We saw a lot. We still saw Fredrin. We still saw Bakja.
Yep.
So I think that's a good thing. Especially for Carl. Is he actually going to be the one to pull out maybe the Lancelot again, maybe an assassin hero for this one?
I love that you mentioned Carl because will there be an assassin pick this time around? Comment down below, chat, with hashtag Echo and hashtag TNC because you're up to win 500 diamonds. Well, cross that out.
Yeah, that's not an assassin.
That's Barrett's.
That's Barrett. Yeah, that's not an assassin. That's Barrett's. Arlot gets taken up by TNC. And other than it being a flex pick, and of course a power pick as of now, they're taking away a good pick for either Sanford or JP. Echo has had good record with the Arlot multiple times throughout this season. Now next up, you still have Vixana available for Echo if they want to go down that route. Harith was taken out by Echo, so now we're going to be leaning towards a traditional marksman route. Potentially the carry could be picked up here by Echo. If they want to go ahead and prioritize it. Again, she's such a strong pick, and because of the lower physical defense or just the armor all throughout, since with roamers being squishier and fighters being squishier, true damage actually shines. But Echo says, hey, you know, another true thing is that Roger's great, so we're going to pick him up, and they get a Yuzong for Sanford. I'm already scared for this Nathan because Yuzong, when he sees a Nathan, is very happy.
And that is the threat of the backline that Echo can do against TNC Pro Team. With this kind of mix, they have the Arl of their priority as well as the Nathan. What could be the possible way to build up with this composition? What could be the answer? Will it be another mage support healing type of fighter, or will it be a roam? Because if with this kind of pick, you need to be sure on how to step up your early to mid game. As in the nature of a Nathan, you need to survive most of those times.
Well, you know, either way, the first phase of the draft for both these teams is something that we even saw from the week before, where there was, you know, very little or no changes for the patch just yet. So nothing too crazy. I guess this is where you can say, all right, well, maybe there's a curveball here somewhere for TNC. I know that Nathan popped up. You already talked about the Yuzhong doing very well against Nathan. So for TNC, I'm wondering how they want to utilize this. The other question, too, is this Arlot 100% going to the XP lane? Heads has done amazing work with it. Obviously, we have seen very much success with Arlots in the roam as well. But speaking of heads,
highest first blood kill, 7 after week 5.
Damn.
Hope will find a way.
Maybe that could actually work this time around because it's either the Arlot. You're pointing out the what if of this Arlot filling the role of XP or roam. Depends, but looking at the bans here, they know how they covered these tracks of the Barretts, probably having a good time early game. You have the Explorer, Vixana. How's this? They're taking out the Angela as well as the Minotaur. So possibly they're trying to push that Barretts would actually be in the jungle.
Yeah, no, it will be in the jungle at this point. Don't see it going anywhere else unless Echo are going to surprise us and go for, what, mid lane Barret, similar to what Omega did. But that's not in their DNA. They need more magic damage here. Ruby gets picked up, so that makes sense as a response to heroes that want to get close and dive, a la the Yuzong and then the Roger. So with TNC drafting a lineup that can be aggressive, drafting a Novaria might not be a good idea here for Echo. You'll still be able to make it work, but it will be tough. But good thing they balance it out, because again, Novaria is risky to play up against high momentum, dive, invade type of lineups. But you balance that out by making sure you have really good wave clear. So that's a traditional pairing with a Kaja and Novaria together, but TNC, surprise, surprise, it's a mid lane Lunox for Hatred. And she got a buff recently. She moves a little bit faster now with her Order of Brilliance. So it's a good escape tool and even like a chase tool a little bit if you want to take down heroes who are low. And better translation of her spell vamp and magic penetration trade-off depending on what order she's in, whether if she's in chaos or in order.
That's a balance that actually you want to see throughout this match, Renmar. Good thing to break down, because right now we're looking at the Echo lineup right into TNC. What do you think about this, YouTube, for those who are watching us right now? Comment down below. How is this Lunox debut pick going to work? How is that a rating?
Something was off with the ratings here, I'm assuming, right?
A little bit wonk.
Yeah, so
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm
We'll
not
see,
sure
we'll see.
either. I'm used to seeing the ratings at least 4 above.
Yeah.
What is this? This time it's 1, but it will depend on how the draft will look. We're having a last glimpse on this. Let's see how this goes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the last series of the night. You hear the drums, you hear the crowd. Now let's see how will TNC bounce back, or will Echo take the series? Depends how this goes. For those of you, for those of you watching us right now on YouTube, go ahead, comment down with your ID and server ID, whatever you want to discuss, because we're watching and you can actually win 500 diamonds. For those of you watching us on TikTok, be sure to be ready to power tap to take the TikTok goodie bag lottery.
Yeah, you know what the difficult thing about here for TNC is that Echo can literally build a bunch of Radiant armors, and it's not going to be good news for their magic-focused lineup.
Yeah.
Their main damage dealers deal magic.
Yeah, Nathan and, of course, the Lunox here. But we'll see. I think with TNC's lineup, if you really have to consider this, the Lunox works great in the fact that, okay, at least, you know, you can, you have some burst potential, you have some escape as well, but really, I think still you're putting a lot of the weight, the responsibility on TNC's lineup for Nomad once again. And why wouldn't you? He got the Savage last week. Oh, hold on, heads.
That's not good.
Okay.
Carl TZ's already TPing, man.
First blood with the recalls right away on the tower, the XP lane.
Yeah, I think Echo knows that this should be a good going for them right now. And this is how you control what TNC can bring out to the table. Make sure you target one lane down. And Benny Curie actually first item was a magic resist cloak. Needs to build that up against the Nathan. So now let's see if he's going to full build that into another magic defense item, or if he's going to go for the damage items already.
That's the question. The pressure right now is on the EXP lane. It's up against heads. For those of you who are commenting down YouTube, haven't seen the game in server ID, be sure to be a subscriber to not get forfeit on that. Be sure you're following MPL Philippines on YouTube to get sure that you might get the chance to win those diamonds. But right now, who's going to get this turtle? Echo is on the lead, slowly to the 1.1k. But look at the position of Super Yoshi and Hatred. They got spotted, though, by Sanford.
No contest for the turtle. They gave the brilliance out here, of course, from Hatred. So right now, TNC kind of already, this early on, falling behind. You know, it's these things that kind of compound back and forth. Ryzen going to jump in, has Super Yoshi and Hatred here with him. Sanford and multiple members here. Stu Ryzen in trouble as he falls in the mid lane. Daytona's welcome. Gonna eat him up, and there's the kill for Carl TZ on Super Yoshi.
That was a great follow-up with Carl TZ. Divine Judgment from JP, and the Missile Expert is completely layering of everything against TNC's takedown from there.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for TNC to team fight early on here. Their mid laner and their gold laner very farm heavy. If they want their Lunox to shine again, she doesn't deal much of controllability. She's more damage. If ever the lack of control on the side of TNC might come back to bite them, their only main control in the center of the map is the Ruby, and what slows and a stun by Baksha if shield unity hits.
That's a combo or even a defense that you want to be up against. But looking at this Super Yoshi now with the death that he had, he's delayed a bit of a time to hit level 4. But still the focus on the XP and Sanford up against 1 XP from heads, finally getting to level 4 on Super Yoshi. We're actually putting the question with this kind of composition, how will they counter this vision that Sanji could give for Echo? Because from what we see here is the pressure again for the EXP lane.
They're going to try to make a play here. Dragon Form going to be used.
Oh no.
Ryzen could be in a little trouble. He's got the ultimate as well. Poison's going to be drawn out. Hatred now here, but Sanji follows him, and no one will go down for that exchange. Nomad going to be the one in trouble now, though. JP there to catch him. Perfectly timed, will take him out.
Yeah, that was really smart there by JP. He was actually waiting by the other entropy point of the Nathan. So you saw Nomad, at any point he could have gone back. But if he went back, he'd get suppressed, which he did. JP already used the Divine Judgment there.
Okay, slowly getting those turret plates out. That's the second turtle of the game. Echo with only 3.6k. They're forcing everything out of TNC's early game. because right now I think there's a window for this lineup to actually work. But so far they've been pushing everybody out, especially for Super Yoshi and Hatred onto this mid lane. Most of the times that TNC wants to get a vision out of Echo, they lose control on what they want to do, because the objectives right now slowly being contested by Carl TZ. He got it? Yeah, I think he got it.
Yep, he got that. He's got quite a bit of lead as well on Ryzen, so they don't actually want to even commit to the turtle just yet. Retribution still waiting here, 20 seconds to be up, but Head's going to get in position here. Wonder if TNC even wants to just kind of just continue to give this up for now. But that's what I said minutes ago. Compounding effect with decisions like this, where it will just continue to build, and Echo will continue down the express lane.
Yeah, Carl TZ already has a Radiant armor. I don't see TNC being able to take this turtle away. Yeah, no dice. And Echo, they're showing how you play this kind of lineup. So TNC, we mentioned, they could be high invade, high aggression, snowball maybe even. But Echo balanced that out with a lineup where that shows the other school of thought with the Barrett. Sanford.
Wow. He's going to be fine.
Shaw Essence doing all the work.
Yeah. Are they going to fight this out?
Sanji waiting patiently there.
The duo is here.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to call that off. So still, TNC just kind of scrapping, really trying to find themselves on the board here.
Yeah. JP, is he going to pull anyone? Divine Judgment available for him if he wants to. And yeah, right now Echo are just running away with it. As I was going back earlier, Carl TZ on the Barretts. Barretts, sometimes you want to pair him up with a hero that can speed up the Barretts or that can slow down the enemies of the Barretts. JP, perfect position.
JP gonna find him, flickers with a Divine Judgment. Nomad taken out in an instant as Echo finds another kill on the map.
Caught by surprise, and Benny Cutie secures a tower up top. Meanwhile, on mid, trying to throw in the pokes, but that was good positioning by JP, and now TNC once again being forced to take on the resources that they can get. No trace at all.
Oh, Heads
double.
Gets gobbled up, thrown in the wall. Now trying to live the fight. Still breaking down under the turret they go. That should be a kill as Sanford will fall. Echo getting a little overzealous here. TNC will live though, unless they just want to stall it out a little bit longer.
Yeah, their members were brought low, so they won't be able to defend this turret anymore in the mid lane. So even though Sanford fell, that was a good trade. They lost one player, but heroes respond. Towers do not.
But meanwhile, Medicute trace on Ryzen. He's oppressed.
Ryzen's out of here. Another pick off there. JP with the Divine Judgment.
Yeah. The members of TNC are just getting out-rotated in the mid. Sanji, JP, even Carl TZ are handling the minion waves in mid so well that they can just rotate. Echo are just smothering TNC right now, is the best way to put it. They're smothering out the flames of the Phoenix. TNC can't do anything. It's a farm-heavy mid lane with not a lot of control. How will you... It's going to take a long time until this Nathan and this Lunox are capable to fight.
Yeah, that's the question. Will TNC have the time? Because if we look again with this composition, the things that needs to be in check right now, especially heading to the mid game, is the map awareness and control that TNC can do against Echo. From Echo's doing on how they want to force things out against TNC's waves and turrets, they could be all over the place from top to mid, and that's becoming a problem on how to maintain control. That's the main thing that they need to answer, but now Nomad...
Okay, again, he's quite tanky. Sanford there alongside JP. Echo gonna come down as well. Still forcing Nomad back. He's on the run. Sanford, no! He's too much as he takes the kill, and Hatred, even with the brilliance, will ultimately get taken down. And now it's Ryzen's turn. Echo finds mark after mark after mark.
8 minutes with an 8.6k gold league. A dominating kills and starts for Echo. And that is the third death of this Nathan. It's not looking good for TNC.
Hopeful is the best way that you could put TNC's attempt to take down that Barrett. They don't have the items. Massive gold deficit even before this balloon into a 9k gold lead for Echo. Trying to take down the Barretts in that scenario was too hopeful.
Oh, wow, another pull. And there's nothing you can really do against that. With this kind of lead, this kind of power advantage that Echo has, a Divine Judgment, nearly an automatic kill. Basically is.
Yeah, completely a takeaway out of that bunch. TNC item build, again, it's time. Time needs to be with TNC. The question is, how's the items looking with their time right now?
They need a lot more of it. 2 dominant sizes, no damage item yet on the Arlot, only an anti-Karas on the Baksha. They just built a Starlium Scythe for this Nathan. Already has the Feather of Heaven though, but already the new Great Dragon Spear onto Benny Cutie, which again with the ultimate activation moves much faster now. So you're gonna see this. It's like how dogs get zoomies. Yeah, that Roger's gonna have zoomies later.
That's a good metaphor. Zoomies.
Yeah, zoomies.
You know, dogs or cats. Actually, I think cats have more zoomies. I don't know.
Their zoomies are scarier because they jump.
That's true.
Yeah, cats are super jumpier.
Yeah,
If you're a cat dad, you would know.
Yes.
Especially when they see a cucumber.
What the heck?
I've seen some, cat videos being scared of cucumbers. I don't know why.
Random fact of the day from OSX.
I learned something new today. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah.
Thank you. I learned.
For those of you watching us on TikTok, we're having the real-time win rate of 63%.
I was about to say, comment if you are scared of cucumbers. Conceal.
JP
Oh, we didn't get it.
Missed.
Okay, he tried to force that one. Not going to happen this time. Turret shield's going to go down. Daytona's welcome into the wall. Able to find the connection there. One down, but it's Carl that will fall. And now the turret
DJ.
as well. Ryzen's taken out. The 1-for-1 for the junglers. And Echo, even with the lead, will have to back off for now. Happy with that base turret.
Yeah, but the lead right now is really showing 13K for Echo. They lost Carl TZ. They got the Lord with the push. So far, TNC needs around. There's so much wave clears. This is the problem. How is the wave clear of TNC once another wave hits against their base?
At this point, somewhat okay, but can be better. It's still going to be really tough because they're already a Holy Crystal onto Sanji's Novaria. The Nomad Nathan's going to be the best tool you have for wave clearing. Hatred's wave clearing is not the absolute best as a Lunox. Oh, he has a Holy Crystal though, so might be a little bit better.
Okay.
And already a Blood Wings for Nomad, so he'll need one more damage item to be really felt, but a little bit more survivability is not bad. And you can appreciate how Hatred actually rushed the Divine Glaive and the Holy Crystal. It's like he already knew, yeah, there's going to be a deficit. Let's just rush the big magic power items right away.
Oh.
Okay, as we trying to think of a way on how TNC could be hopeful in defending such waves and bigger objectives. Time is what's more than needed for Nomad to activate again their late games at Nathan. In any way, shows potential of a walking winning condition. But the problem with this is most of them right now are being depleted out of resource. Another purple taken out by Echo, and we have 30 seconds for the next objective to show. So this is the question, will they keep on doing, following the crumbles that Echo's been setting up just as this? And they're just receiving most of the pokes, the damage from Sanji.
This is at the point where you're kind of just